And if I happen to offend my political connects, understand I have no time to be politically correct. I speak it from my soul, so let my thoughts reflect the passion in my voice, be poetically correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We live.
Yes, sir. What's up?
We got some intro music.
I love it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Shout out to Dipset. You know, classic.
Yeah.
Classic.
Did you listen to Dipset?
Man.
Hold on.
Singles, bro.
Yeah, I think you want to just freestyle something. Yeah, okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't know
Bruh.
that he about to go.
Oh.
He flow. They ain't ready. Because I come through with trouble. Make them see double.
Okay.
Make them see triple.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't have no more.
That's all you got?
That's all I got.
Turn that beat up. I was going to try.
Yeah, that's it. But you're watching Poetically Correct, or listening to Poetically Correct with
Yes, sir.
Mr. Ron DiCarlo himself.
And Mr. Poetically.
Yeah, you see, we flipped
Reporting
it.
live.
I'm Poetically. That's
I'm
Ron.
Ron DiCarlo.
Yeah, in case y'all thought that.
Shout out to the viewers.
And the listeners.
On this wonderful, wonderful Sunday.
Yeah.
Viewers and listeners.
Yeah, but, you know, we recording it on Sunday. Whenever y'all listening, whether it's in the morning, night, evening.
True.
Whenever and wherever it may be. Let me put my phone on silent. But, did you listen to Dipset like that growing up?
Not really, bro.
Really?
Nah, I didn't really get into it like that. I listened to singles.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't really ever buy any. I didn't get Diplomatic Immunity or, you know, I heard Purple Haze by Cameron some years later, but that's about it. What about you?
Yeah, I was okay. So that right there, that album they had with everybody on there, Cameron, like you said, the singles.
Yeah.
But I was listening so heavy when like in Rockefeller.
Okay.
So you kind of were going to listen to Dipset just because of association.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I ain't listen to you know what's crazy? I didn't even listen to Purple Haze like that.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I was listening to Jewels.
Okay.
Jewels, man, had the jewels.
He had the jewels?
Yeah, man. That's just crazy how you just, like, we can say fell off, but I mean,
yeah,
he just went somewhere. I don't know where he went, but he went somewhere.
I feel like the sound went somewhere. Honestly, what I think happened is, I don't know if you remember, Lil Wayne and Jewels was making the mixtapes together, and Lil Wayne was pretty much washing Jewels on all the songs. And that was around the time Lil Wayne blew up with the mixtape. You know what I'm talking about? I Can't Feel My Face, all that stuff. I feel like it kind of transitioned.
You think he was washing them?
I think Lil Wayne was watching. I know for sure on Bad Side. Bad Side, if you want to hear Lil Wayne spit, listen to Bad Side. But yeah, I think there was some joints on there where he was getting washed.
Yeah, and then, but I will say this though, like Jewels did kind of, I say Jewels and Dipset kind of helped Wayne get to where he was at in a sense, because because they were already popping, but he was getting on those songs too, and they were getting. It's like, I think it's kind of like they gave him a little swag too, in a sense.
I can see that.
Yeah, but also speaking like spitting, we just had the Cypher and the Forum.
True.
CLT.
Shout out to everybody at the Cypher. My man Poetic Lee was up there just dropping bars on the spot too. Like, he had to write based off of the subject we gave them at the show, and then at the end of the show they shared. They did it about Charlotte, you know what I'm saying? The Forum CLT is all about Charlotte, so they spit about the city, and it was dope, man. It was real dope.
No, it was a dope event altogether. You had the dancers. Who were the dancers?
Reliable Brother, two twins that they both dance, which is crazy. You know, so they did their thing. They would dance from everything from Chris Brown to Michael Jackson, all types of stuff.
They were actually getting into it. They were getting into it. But I will say this, B-Rock, I'm saying this now. I'm going to see you again. We're going to do this again. You getting them bars like I gotta get my face back. I'm coming for B-Rock.
Yeah, shout out to B-Rock. Shout out to Kia Flow.
Yeah, TC Walker was in it, and then it was who was
Vivian Page was also in it.
Shout out. I like what she did was different. Like, she had like a little thing.
She spit something, man.
Yeah, and then
like
she said drop a beat.
She said drop a beat and went and started rapping. It was dope.
That was fresh. It was kind of like interesting because I didn't know what y'all were gonna do.
Yeah.
As far as I didn't know how, you know, we y'all gonna make us have to freestyle,
right?
You know, giving us a prompt, so you had to just be prepared.
Yeah, I told everybody bring their writing utensils. You know what I mean? Be ready to however you write. You know what I'm saying? Be ready.
And you had to be ready. Shoot, you had to be able to write. And because at the same time, you're trying to like check out, see what's all going on.
Right.
But at the same time, you're trying to like, okay, I got to write this and write that.
Yeah.
So.
And B-Rock was spitting. He had the mic. The mic stopped working. He put the mic down. He said, "Forget this. I'm coming for this."
He said, I like
focused.
that. I like that. He was focused too. I like how he incorporated, some of the metaphors into the city.
Yeah, you caught that.
Yeah. So
he came up with them quick too, and then he won a painting by Kendra Washington, who was our featured painter for the night. So
what kind of painting was it?
It was like it was dope. So it was like it had the colors of like it was like red, black, and green, so like African colors with a black fist holding the microphone. Mm-hmm. So it's pretty lit. And she added more to it too. I haven't seen the final thing yet. So
Word.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope.
That's what's up. That and then we had the Word Society event.
Oh
too this
yeah,
week.
What about your friends, man? Yo, if y'all ever find yourselves in Winston-Salem or Greensboro, y'all need to check out a Word Society event. Shout out to LB the poet. Shout out to the whole crew up there. I would try to listen to them all, but I feel like if I missed one, I'd feel bad. So I'm not gonna try.
I got you. Word Society family.
Yeah.
LEB, Witness, Hassan, Bliss. Who did I miss? Cozier.
Witness.
LB. Yeah, and that's the family.
Yes.
Three's up.
Three's up.
Yeah, no, it was dope. And then you came out too. I didn't know if you was gonna come.
Yeah, we made it, man. It was lit.
And you were able to do a little something fresh. That was fresh. I didn't heard it.
Yeah. I'm gonna get it down.
That
I'm
actually
not messing up.
That wasn't because you said you wrote that a couple years ago.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad.
Appreciate it, bro.
I mean, I said that like that was gonna be terrible. No, but I'm saying it wasn't bad in the sense of you kind of like you making it seem like I wrote this a couple years ago. This is the thing about Rome. Hold on. Rome be so humble. He be trying to downplay. He's like, yeah, I wrote this a couple years ago. I really wasn't, just had to put something together. Never really performed it before. Not really sure how it's going to feel, You all let me know how you like it. I'm down to get out your way. Then he come and start killing with bars. Like, you try to downplay the moment.
Chill, bro. Nah, you be up there talking about well, actually, I'm not going to say that. Because you don't even come with you don't even really explain it that much a lot of times. You just kind of get to it. Would you say that? Or?
Yeah, I don't.
That's good. I mean, that's good too.
Yeah, because I let the work speak for itself. You know what I'm saying? Like if you see a painter, now sometimes painting there's more layers behind the message. But I feel like with my words, either you can catch where I'm coming from or not. So,
do you feel like sometimes you can hurt the poem by presenting in a certain way? Or?
Yeah. Okay. So for example, let's say. If you were to get up there and be like, yeah, I wrote this about my friend and we were going through this and sometimes let the story explain itself. Like you didn't have to do it. You just you told us about how you wrote a few years ago. You hadn't done it before, so it's kind of like, okay, it's gonna be kind of nice. And then you just went into it. Now in some cases where you let the story explain itself, right? Like you give it sometimes a movie needs a preview, and then sometimes it just needs the cover art. The show itself. I mean, it just depends. Honestly, it depends. I always say, but I do feel like when you're coming to present, let the work show itself. Like, give it a nice intro if you feel like it needs to. You know what I'm saying? There are some cases where I guess it's a transit. It depends the setting though too. Yeah. Like if you're doing a set, rather than you just going up and doing one piece and then you out, that's different. If you're doing a set, you need transitions, right? Yeah. So if you're doing a set and you may be telling a story, then it's kind of like, okay, so from boom, you did this piece. Let's say you did like a piece about someone, it was like a gun violence or something, or something about a story about a kid coming up through the hood or whatnot. Yeah. And you talked about how he went from this. You had one piece about how he was growing up. Yeah. Then the next piece was that now he's in the drug affiliate or something like that. I'm just throwing out hypothetical quick on my head. Yeah. But you may give a little transition in the meaning of how we have to, rise as people, and sometimes how he got clouded because of his surroundings and whatnot, and see how it transitions over into the piece. Yeah. Okay. Or if you're doing like a love piece and how it started off where you first see the person, your first piece is how you saw the person or whatnot, and then the next piece is how you're getting together, and then your transition piece could be, well, we all been in those moments where you finally just had to go ahead and kick it. You didn't think it was going to happen, but now you have to go ahead and kick it, and then you just go into the piece. You see, I think it's just based on. I think you know how to play it. Okay,
man,
you feel me?
Yeah, you just gave me a dope idea. The idea of like doing a set and like everything, like it's telling a story.
Yeah,
that'd be dope.
I feel because when you do a set, I feel like you have the ball is in your hand. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to take advantage of that. Yeah. I feel like a story having a story piece like that, you get the audience involved.
Yeah.
Now you're bringing them in a story. Now you're giving them some real juice, because you can get up there and you can just do some pieces, be like, okay, I'm going to give y'all some this and give y'all some of that. And people enjoy it. It's good entertainment. Yeah. But either are you doing entertainment, or are you doing something, a moment? You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to provide you a moment, not just something that you can smile and say, okay, that was good. So let's do like a moment, and a moment is a story. A moment is a feeling, a feeling that goes over through like a roller coaster. Yeah. It takes you on a high, and then it takes you low. Then you're looking like, all right, now you want to get off, but then it latches you back on. Right, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I feel like that's the best work.
Yeah, I dig that, man. That's what I think when you do that, but when you make sure that you got the content, it's real special. I think a mistake I made in the past is kind of wanting to take people on that journey, that roller coaster ride, but not making each individual moment special along the way. You know what I mean?
What you mean, like not making each moment special?
So like putting a lot of work into. So I made an album called Empire a few years ago, and it was a concept. It was about the rise and the fall and the resurrection of an empire, right? So just kind of like the circle of. I don't know if there's a famous painting series where it talks about the rise and fall of empire. So basically, it started off with the come up. It got into the point where we were on top, and then it was like we started to indulge in being on top and started to just fall off, and then we eventually crashed out. And at the end, we're coming back fresh again. You know what I mean? So that was just kind of the arc of the album, and the tracks kind of flow with it. But I didn't feel like I put enough effort in to make each track as great as it could be. Making sure that a lot of the verses were like recycled or like kind of like.
How many times have you recycled not a verse but like a line?
I've recycled a few times, man. Yeah. Like it'll be like, especially if I know it's from something where I didn't feel like a lot of people heard it. So
Definitely.
Yeah.
1000%. Like. That's the crazy part. You'll have a dope line in a piece, and the piece may not be like A1, but you have a piece that's like, you may have a piece that's like a B+, and you may have a piece that's like a C-. Based on just far as how you put it together. And then you're like, you know what, I'm going to take that line from the C-. Now you made that B+ an A.
Yeah.
You know?
So you're like,
Yeah,
but you gotta not do that C+ anymore. Like you gotta act like it.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't go back.
I've actually done that though. Like had one piece where I just actually picked. I just used it as kind of like a stationary, as far as just lines sitting there, and then just end up taking lines from that piece and putting it in other stuff.
Wow.
So I didn't even really like use it as a piece. It was just more like just a stationary place for.
Just where you had
words.
lines. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I feel you.
So.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, I guess you keeping the gun loaded.
Keeping the gun loaded.
Yeah.
I like that.
You got to.
You gotta be ready, bro.
You gotta be ready. I wanted to like really get into some writing this weekend. Yo, all right. I was doing this cleanse this weekend.
Okay.
Man, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you do a cleanse, make sure it's like, and this is a juice cleanse.
Okay.
But make sure like you're doing it when you know you're not gonna do too much stuff. God damn, I was tired. I just got right to like I was tired. Like I had no food yesterday. Just like juicing. Man, because they said make sure you do it on low activity. Yeah, and I forgot about that part, and so tired, sleeping.
I've been there before, bro.
You know.
Yeah.
And I was just doing it, as far as like to get everything like my mind, body, and everything, just get it cleansed out. Yeah. Because sometimes it's kind of like, I think our bodies, and this is what we get. We forget, like our bodies are like our cars, right? We get an oil change. We go wash it. Now we wash our bodies. Hopefully you wash your bodies. But we wash our bodies, we get, but we don't do the oil changes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't do the cleansing. We don't check on the power steering fluid, as far as what's all going inside. We don't do these things. We don't really get into our tires and rotate them like we should. And I don't know, like we take our bodies for granted, yo.
We do take our bodies for granted.
We take a lot of shit for granted.
I never really thought about it in those words that you're using, but that's exactly what it's like.
It is, yo.
I need to be more mindful of this machine I got.
Yeah, like this is the greatest machine.
Yeah.
Think about everything we can do, yo.
Yeah. We
can, oh my God, like think of the ideas we come up with. They're coming up with artificial intelligence, but that artificial intelligence, it may have a calculator that can calculate all this different stuff. It can do this, but it also has an on and off button. Now we got an on and off button too, but I'm just saying, like, it also is a moment where it has to get charged up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It can die. You know what I'm saying? Now, we have to get our charge with our sleep and everything like that. But just think about all the things we can do as far as just being able to run, think. I was thinking one time, like, all the thoughts that we can think at one time. You know what I'm saying? Like, we think of, when we're having this conversation, but your mom may think about something else real quick. Then your mom may think about something else real quick. But at the same time, like, you can tap your foot. Then at the same time, you can move your hands. You know what I'm saying? Like, this, like, the body is crazy, yo.
The body is crazy, man. Dang, bro. You should have been like a kinesiology major or something, man.
Nah, I just think it's things. I think it's things we all should do. Like, we all should study our bodies.
Yeah.
It's us.
Yeah.
It's how we move. It's how we, it's how we operate. If we don't study our bodies, then what are we really
even doing, kind of thing?
Yeah, like we just here, and then okay, so then you have the people say, well, you're gonna die anyway, so just live to the fullest.
Yeah.
But it's a difference between living to the fullest and living to the, I would like to say, just living in the best, not just the best way, but the pain-free way, like living like, it's kind of like playing the head, right?
Yeah.
Like, I can blow this money real quick, and I had a best weekend ever.
Yeah.
But what's one weekend to where having 20 weekends just the best?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, saving up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's how I look at our bodies. Like, what's living carefree now compared to, you don't know when you'll die. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you may actually mess around and be here 80 more years. Yeah. Now, you want to go through 80 years of hell and pain?
Right.
Or do you want to go through 80 years of feeling like, you know what? I'm glad I didn't do that drug. I'm glad I didn't do this. Like, 'cause now I feel good, Now I can last a little longer in certain things. I can do this. I can jump here. Like, when I have my kids, I can actually run and play sports with them. I'm not that far, like, oh, hold on my knees. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be cracking jokes about dad. He know what's up. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you know what I'm saying? My back. You know what I'm saying? I can't do this. Man, I be seeing some people, they be looking good at 50 is crazy now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was telling my mom the other day, like, growing up, like, 60-year-old people, 50-year-old people used to look old. I don't know, but now I don't know. It's because I'm getting older. Yeah. But people be looking good out here. Word, man.
No, man, that's real, bro. And it's like, if you're gonna be here, why not strive? When is it not cool to strive for better? Like, so people that be like, well, we're gonna die anyway. That's like a defeated mind state. So you're just gonna eat garbage just because you're gonna die anyway. Like, that's a crazy way to think. Yeah. But if you're gonna expose to new information that allows you to do better, why not? Why not at least try and see how you feel?
Why not try? Well,
not try everything, but I mean, like,
yeah. But I think it's a thing of comfort too.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I think this is comfort on so many different levels. And the ease, accessibility, right? So we get caught up in the whole comfort of, this is how we were taught, and now I have to break away from this. Yeah. And when you break something and try to mold something in order to, like, build a muscle or build something else, you go through a pain. You go through a weak process because you're not strong in that area yet.
Right, yeah.
So you go through a process of, whether it's going to the gym, like, dang, I'm not strong enough to do these sets or whatnot. So either you give up or you stay trying to push to be better. You know what I'm saying? It's like with the eating process. Oh man, this stuff tastes nasty. Well, because your body isn't accumulated to, like, bitter foods or food you used to the sugary stuff. Right, you know what I'm saying? Sweet stuff. Yeah. So I think it's about it's about being comfortable and stepping out of our comfort zone, which happens in so many different levels. As an artist, being able to get up and spit, stepping out of a comfort zone. I don't know. Did you ever, like, you do it with ease? Do you feel like you ever had to step out of comfort zone? Like,
absolutely.
When the last time Rome been nervous?
Man, I was nervous at the forum. Bro.
Get out of here, man.
I was nervous at the forum, man, when they called me out to spit. But
you had it ready.
Lauren had it ready.
You messed up.
Yeah, I messed up. Lauren had it ready.
Yeah. Did you not know you were gonna spit?
I didn't know, no.
For real?
I originally thought I was gonna spit at the beginning, but the way the event flowed, it just didn't happen. And then so it came back around at the end. Okay. And then that's when it happened. So yeah. Shout out to, unexpected performances. But
you had one ready.
I had one ready. Clip. Yeah. I did. Bruh, what was I about to say?
I don't know. What were you about to say?
Bro, we was just talking about food.
We're talking about, like, stepping out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, comfort zones. Like, with the microphone, for me, that was the thing. I used to, like, be real iffy about performing on the mic because I felt more free without the mic. So, like, getting on the mic felt like it was like I wasn't in my comfort zone. So, but all of a sudden, like, for the past few months, like, I'm fine. Like, I get on the mic and I get up there and I do my thing. Like, I'm confident with it. And I think what might have changed it was that time we were at Fidelity Kitchen for the paint and play,
Okay.
and I had to perform on the mic, and like I felt like people was with me, and I was like, okay. And then performing with some Word Society and some of the joints, like being on the mic, it's like, okay, people listening.
You know what? Yeah, I have noticed that. Yeah, you use the mic now, but you use it better too.
Yeah,
because you used to hold it like that.
yeah,
and it would kind of like distort the sound a little bit. And I would always forget to tell you like, hey, like put your hand down a little, because you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think you had like how you know how the rappers hold it like that.
Yeah.
Pause and then for the childish.
Yeah.
But nah, I can see you get confident with the mic because you just never use the mic.
Nah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we in here. You still gotta use the mic if you perform in certain places. I mean, no mic if you perform in certain places though.
Yeah.
It's a trick. It's a mind trick. It's like when you don't use a mic and you shout, people actually get more quiet and listen because they'll be like, "Why is who's shouting in this space?" But when you get on the mic, people feel like they can talk because, like, it's like more ambient noise, and they feel like they just for some reason they feel like it's okay to just talk over you.
Yes, because when you're shouting, it's like you have to listen.
Yeah.
You have to actually hear what the person's saying.
Yeah.
Because they don't have a mic.
Right.
So you have to, and you have to kind of know the space too, right? You know, like when we were doing the cipher, we could use it. We could go without a mic in that room, in that environment. Had it been a bigger venue, you know, had it been a bigger crowd, like hundreds of people, you would have had to use a mic. Yeah. You got to know how the acoustics work too.
Right. Yeah. And you got to know why people are there. So they were there to listen to y'all. If you're at an event where it's like half of the people are there for y'all and half of the people are just there to watch,
kick it.
Yeah, just to kick it. You gotta know. You gotta know they're not gonna be listening.
Yeah, and that was the tricky thing about the paint play at Fideli's Kitchen.
Yeah,
was it was tricky because we're outside, then you have some people inside, and it's some people are listening, some people just kicking it to talk. So it's kind of like you just gotta do your thing. And you gotta be precise, and really could just go at it.
Yeah.
Can't let the crowd throw you off, really.
Yeah. And I've never really, for me, that's okay. I have an underdog mind state when I perform, so I'm more like I want to go in and like win the crowd over. So it's weird for me when they're like already like supporting or whatever, which it's cool. I can feed off of that, but I always try to go in with the eye of the tiger kind of. I'm about to go in here, man. They don't know, they ain't ready. You know what I mean? They don't rock with me. So I want to win them over. You know what I mean? I just try to hype myself up like that. So it's weird when I'm in like in an intimate space where everybody's just kind of like chill and just trying to hear what you got to say, because I don't really feel like I have that.
So something to prove.
Yeah.
I feel you on that. You know what? I feel you on that because that's how I am sometimes now. I'm you know what? I feel that now. Like I feel like I gotta go up here and to spit the best. You know, to let you know I'm here. Yeah. I'm with it. You know. Yeah. And that's once again like stepping out of our comfort zone and being ready for the moment. Yeah. You know, like for anything like. We were talking about like the food and different things and taking things for granted. We have to be ready to take over. And we were talking about like on the last show, like ownership. You got to be ready just to take over and with a purpose, you know?
Yeah. And every time you try something new, like you say, you go through that weak phase. You start growing your hair out, you know, you got to deal with the little nub.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We trying to get your dreads. Like shout out to Hassan, you know, getting the dreadlocks going, you know what I mean? Or when you start lifting weights, look at me, I'm skinny, so I get in the gym. I do a couple sets, and I probably won't be able to feel my arm the next day, but somebody else, that'll just be like a warm-up. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's just part of the process. You got to embrace it.
You got to embrace it, and you got to accept where you at, too.
And if you're scared what people think, then you're not going to take that risk, but you got to be like, I want the goal more than, you know.
Right. And you know what? Shout out to Amani, though, because she taught me how you have to accept where you are. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I had to learn was, okay, I'm here, I'm at level A. Yeah. But I know there's another level to get to. But don't be mad that I'm here right now, because I know what I possess and what I can work to get to the next level. Like, boy, my God, like TC Walker was asking me, like, you know, when I started like performing, it was 2 years ago. I remember the first one I did was at the Wind Up with JC. That joint was trash, yo. Trash. Yo, man. You know why it was trash to me though? Because I didn't have my voice right. Yeah. Like my voice was. Oh man. I had my voice right. Like it just sounded weak. Yeah. And then I had to. Thought I had it memorized, but I ain't have it memorized like I thought I did. So I had to end up reading, and it was just. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It was what it was for the first time. But I guess I knew that I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't let that. You know, that's what it is. Like I'm gonna keep doing it. It's like just keep shooting. You got to keep shooting,
You
right?
gotta keep shooting, bro.
Yeah, you in the
got to
gym,
keep shooting.
pull up. Okay, you get a brick.
How you
so
gonna get
what?
better if you don't? Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? You got to. Dang, man. You just took me back to when I tried out for basketball in high school, bro.
Or did you make the team or not?
Man,
Nah.
I started strong, but it didn't work out, man.
I started strong, but it
Yeah.
didn't work out.
we had the opening scrimmage for practice, man. The
Yeah.
dude who was the best player on the team was coming through the lane. I came up off the side and I swatted that clean block.
Okay.
Coach was like, "Who was that?" I was like,
Uh.
it was downhill after that, bro. Like,
What you mean was down here?
like
Right?
I mean,
you just
my
had that one moment, a
yeah.
block.
I mean, I was kind of in position. There was one part
Yeah.
where like he was trying to teach us to play, and I was
yeah.
like, he was like, "Nah, man, get him out here, get somebody else." I was like, "Nah, I'm gonna do it."
Yeah.
I told him that, and he was like, "Oh, okay." So then I did it or whatever. So it was me and him. I was going back and forth with it like that, but he
Yeah.
was like, "Man, go over there and work on your shot." Like, so I had to practice my shot.
And
like,
then that's what he was like, we not the team, everybody's on the team over here, you still over there working on your shot.
yeah. So he was just like, and I was a senior, so he was like,
Oh, okay.
you know, like you basically you cool or whatever, but there's not really no time to develop you. You about to graduate, so we got to focus on the young boys.
True.
And then freshman year, I gotta tell this story, bro, because
Okay,
this is
go
like
ahead.
this part of the underdog. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I'm at tryouts, right? I'm doing my
Yeah.
thing. You know what I mean? I'm trying out. I'm killing all the drills or whatever. Me and this other guy, we're kind of fighting for the spot on the team. And then last day of tryouts, this like 6'7" dude shows up. Just moved down from Pittsburgh or whatever. He had tryouts now all of a sudden. So now we all going at it. You know what I mean? Blah blah blah. I'm still beating him in all the drills, right? But then I don't end up making the team, and the other guy don't make the team, but then the new guy makes the team. And the JV coach is like, "Yeah, man, I wanted you on the team, man." But, you know, the varsity coach is like, "Yeah, I want to work with this guy." So I was just like, so I didn't try it again until that coach left.
Dang, yo. So
Yeah.
so wait a minute, you just skipped sophomore, junior.
I just did track sophomore and junior year.
Word.
Yeah.
So that's where the mentality come from, that you got to prove something. It comes from that moment right there.
Yeah.
Or no?
Similar moments, but yeah, that's one of them.
Because that's what I'm starting to learn. I think this year I really learned that where we are, like how we think, it comes from certain things in our life. So I try to kind of like pinpoint those moments. Okay, what made me act like this? Was it this moment right here that made me act like this? Or was it this? So kind of in a sense, your whole being
Yeah.
the underdog, like, hey, you know, you're not making the team, so you got to prove something now. You got to prove, you were trying to prove something to that coach. Okay, he didn't get the message. Then it's like, but when does it come to, how do you separate proving something to yourself and proving something to others?
You probably never should be trying to prove something to others.
But is it a bad thing, though? Because I hear people say, "Oh, don't never try to prove nothing to others," but sometimes you got to show people, like, yeah, what's up?
Yeah, that's facts. But I feel like once you get to that point, you already proved it to yourself.
Okay.
Like, for instance, at the job, like, if your boss is sleeping on you, don't think you can do a certain thing, you know you could do it. You know, you already know you could do it. So you just like, okay, I got to show you because you're standing in my way right now by not giving me this opportunity. So I'm just going to show you what's up. But that's after you already know you can do it. If you don't know you can do it first, then you have a hard time showing anybody else. But no, because sometimes it's the other way around.
It is. As I say, it is the other way, because sometimes you prove something, you do something, and the other people are like, yeah, good job, wow, and then you finally get that confidence booster, like, okay, I can do this.
Yeah,
it kind of works in both hand in hand. I don't think it's bad to knock either one out.
Okay.
I feel like they both go in hand. I think sometimes we should have some things that we do that we feel that validation from others. Now, validation comes from myself, but come on, let's call it what it is. If you're doing something and if you're selling a product and no one is buying, come on, you got to take that validation that your product is whack.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to take that. It's certain things we got to take in life with a grain of salt and be like, this is what it is. How can I develop myself? Now, with that being said, I think we need to reflect, revise, and refresh. Those are the 3 R's I live by.
Yeah.
Like, to look back at something. Okay, I'm looking back at it. Now, how can I change it? And now I'm about to reintroduce. And now let me see how the crowd moves to that.
Okay.
That's, I think, then you can prove something, because you're proving something to yourself that I can improve.
Yeah.
That's what you're proving to yourself, that I can improve. Now what you're proving to others is, hey, I'm back. Let me see what you think. You're proving to others that, hey, I'm not gonna fall out the game because I had a brick.
Reflect, revise, and refresh.
Yeah.
Word.
Reflect, revise, and refresh. Yeah.
Like Kobe would say, keep shooting, man.
Yeah, man. if you go
Coach
0 for
said-
20,
Yeah.
still keep shooting. I swear.
Yeah.
And that's how I growing up watching Kobe with that mindset. Like, yo, you had to eat anybody's head off, you know, and just come in like make people have to earn it. Like you got to prove your spot. You got to earn your respect.
Absolutely.
That's just where it is across the board. Anything in life, you got to
That's life.
earn your respect, yo, for real.
Yeah.
I mean, simple like just like even coming into word society, I just had to earn my respect into like being able to hold my own with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, not just I got a couple of videos on Instagram. Nah, we want to see what you can you actually flow. Like, I don't knock nobody. That's all. You know, when I first like got it, they were like, look, I get it. You know, I'm new. Y'all want to see it? Y'all just let me know. We're gonna spit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think you gotta earn anything. Get into the NBA, get into the NFL. You gotta earn your way in there. That's why I don't trip when people have like rules and regulations on how to get into something. You gotta earn people respect. Like, I don't trip when people say they doubt you. You know what I'm saying? You should feel honored when people doubt you because they don't know, but you know in your head what you can do. Don't take it as disrespect. If somebody doubts you because they don't know you, they're not. They just don't know you. Now if they doubt you and they know where you at, then that's just on them. But they doubt you and they don't know you, man. You better go in there and show them. So then they like, oh, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sure. Doubt.
Sometimes you gotta show them, bro.
Yeah, doubt is part of the game.
Yeah, and like when people are sleeping on you, it's actually, and you know what you're capable of, it's to your advantage because you can like, you have the cards. They don't have the cards in that instance. You know what I mean? Because you know what's gonna happen, but they don't know.
Yeah.
So you can use that. You could be like, especially if it's in a position where you're trying to get a certain result. You could be like, okay, so this person don't know what I'm capable of. So how can I don't know. I think I'm thinking too deep about it.
No, they don't know what I'm about to do. So now I'm about to go in here. How can I really knock them out their heels?
Yeah.
Now I'm about to go in here and show them that, oh, I can do this. I can do that.
Yeah.
I can do a little bit of this. You know what I'm saying? If you're performing, you know, I can switch the flows up. I can come with bars. I can come with emotions. I can come with all this stuff. I can sing a little too. Oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, like, that's how I felt, though, like, this past, what was that, Thursday at the Cypher.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's where I kind of am right now. Like, I've done some. I was telling my mans, I was like, yo, I feel like how would I say? I feel like I gotta really like start writing more lyrical things just to show people that I can do that. Because okay, you seen the love stuff, but bump that. Let's put that to the side. I'm about to really show people that I can write with. I can get nasty with the pen as far as lyrical and metaphors and similar. Like I can do that. It's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's nothing. So now that's where I'm at trying to prove now.
Okay.
That I can come with it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just the love, not the, you know, the good mornings and the beautiful stuff. Nah, it's more to it.
Word, man. Shout out to Lee getting lyrical, getting the lyricists back out. Like, it
Got
never
to.
really went away. It just
Nah.
switch the subject matter.
Switch the subject matter. I feel like you got to, though. You got to so it's kind of funny how you meet people, where you meet people and where they at. You know what I'm saying? Like something like I met you where you at a certain level. You know, you met me where I was at a certain level. And then from that, either you accept the growth. Some people don't like that change, though. You know what I'm saying? Some people like for you to stay exactly where you at.
Right.
Some people like for you to be in this one category, keep it with this one content.
Yeah.
Like people, when it comes to Usher, man, people love Confessions Usher.
Right.
What? They don't this pop stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to hear that. Come on, man. People like where you know, who else is somebody that switched up? Like,
Shoot, when Kanye came out with 808s.
808s. Yeah.
I didn't like it when he switched up. I was like, bro, get back to rapping. I
Really?
don't want this. But then other people be like, this is an amazing piece of work. And I got to give it credit. I mean, 808s is not a bad album. It's very quality. It's just not for me.
It's on the bottom of the barrel for you.
Yeah, it's on the bottom
Nah,
just because of what it is.
What is it?
Just because of what it's like for me, so as a Kid Cudi fan, and I know Kanye signed Kid Cudi around this time. He used, Kid Cudi wrote on a lot of those songs. We all know Kanye got writers and everything already. He basically used Kid Cudi's sound, put his album out first, and then let Kid Cudi come out with his thing. So I got issues with that a little bit.
So you think he stole Kid Cudi's flow?
Basically, yeah.
So you think he did the Kid Cudi before Kid Cudi?
Yeah, and he probably would justify by saying he was kind of opening that up for him or whatever. But because people now use 808s as Heartbreak as like, oh, this is what Drake is doing.
This is what Drake, yeah.
Yeah, but Kid Cudi was doing all of that.
Do you think Drake got that from 808s? Because I don't get that. And I'm going to tell you why I don't get that. Because I honestly get Drake, and this is, people going to say, whoa, what? Drake to me is like Little Brother and Fonte. Are you familiar with Fonte?
Yeah.
That's what Drake is to me, because singing and rapping. If you go and listen to Little Brother and then listen how Drake kind of started, and then listen to and like Little Brother and how he was singing and rapping, that's Drake to me. Now he's kind of course switched up now, and now I would say I would compare him to like The Weeknd more or less. And everybody knows Take Care is a Weeknd album. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I remember listening to him like, this is a Weeknd album. That's when I was really into The Weeknd. And now it's whatever.
Interesting. I didn't know that. I never thought about that.
I mean, 808s, and you know what? So did you like Yeezus?
I never listened to Yeezus.
Really?
No.
Yeezus is interesting because sonically, I think it does what it's supposed to do.
Okay.
It's supposed to be bipolar. It's supposed to make you go, what in the world is this when you listen to it? But I think if you break away the obvious of it sounding so different, I think if anybody in another genre had put that album out, it would have been amazing standards, quotations.
Yeah.
But because of Kanye, and because of what we like people and where they are, and because of like we like seeing people, we like what people give us that first feeling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you see a girl, she makes you fall in love the first time, and then she start acting, you know what I'm saying? Like you like what she was doing at the beginning, then she switches up and start not doing that, or a dude starts not doing that anymore. It's like, what that feeling that you were giving me at first? Yeah. It's like with an artist is giving you that dope feeling of rhymes and all that, and now they're not doing that anymore. It's like, what's going on?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I guess when you step away from that and kind of not worry about your own feelings and start seeing what an artist is sonically and the other measurements that are involved with it, that album is amazing to me as far as sonically and what he was able to construct with it.
Yeah.
Being different. I think that's the genius behind Kanye West, is that every album is different. The only two albums I say probably the same is College Dropout and Late Registration in a sense.
Yeah. I agree.
Everything else has been totally different, yo.
Yeah.
That's to me, I feel like that's the pinnacle and that's the evolution of an artist, when everything, because I feel like that's what you should do. You should want everything you do to be different. You should want it to step beyond. You know what I'm saying? Like every movie Denzel's not gonna do, he's not gonna be the bag. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna be the cop. You know, he's gonna be this person. He's gonna be. I feel like that's how we should be as artists. I feel like it's such a crazy cycle to get into. Is okay, I work on the album, make the album, tour, make another album, tour, make another album, on break, tour, make another. You know what I'm saying? Like that cycle is weird. Make an album, create content, make the album, make a moment, let it surface, tour. Now you think of another moment to make. Like it should be different moments. Like you should create different feelings. You should. I think that's the thing about traveling. I think when you get to travel, we go to different areas, listen to different stuff. It expands your mind on what to create. Yeah, you know. That's just how I see. That's if you want. That's my eyes of how to be great.
Yeah,
you know.
Would you say every Kendrick album sounds different?
Well, it's obvious. The reason I had to think about that, because I'm looking back at Damn, and then I look at I won't say everyone. And the reason I won't say everyone is because if I count Overdose, what's the very first one?
Overly Dedicated.
Overly Dedicated. If I count Overly Dedicated and I count Section 80, those are kind of in the same boat. Okay. That's if I count those two. Yeah. But if I don't count those two, then no.
Okay, gotcha.
They're not the same. But I I'm the type of person, those to me are albums. Yeah. I know we put them out with mixtape, but let's call it what it is. It's an album. Yeah. That's original music. None of those were like on used beats. So to me, that's an album. Okay. It's an LP at the end of the day. You get more, right. You know what I'm saying? So, so I'm counting both of those. Overly Dedicated and Section 80 are in the same boat together. Good Kid, Mad City, classic, yo.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nasty.
Yeah.
That is Yo,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you how nasty that is. So I started listening to Kendrick in high school, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I first heard him. I heard one song off "Overly Dedicated." I was like, "Woo, that's spitting bars." You know what I'm saying? It was alright. Then I heard him on this Janae Aiko song. It was on her mixtape. Selling whatever, she got so many selling souls or whatever, selling so many ships have sailed. I don't know. It was one of those ships. It was on that joint. I was like, okay, I really rock with her. But it was another rapper I was really bumping at the time, and he fizzled off like crazy. His name Hope, Hope.
Oh wow.
Ooh, he was raw.
Yeah.
He was nice. He was with Janae Aiko too, and they was putting out a bunch of music. So I was listening. And he was another California artist. Like the rappers out there in Cali be spitting, right?
Yeah.
So I was listening to him. But then I got into college, and I heard Kendrick on Dom Kennedy's project.
Okay.
And I was like, here he go again, spitting. But I'm the type of person, though, I don't buy people off one verse.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, I got to keep hearing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got to keep hearing you.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to be on the train. That's just how I am.
Uh-huh.
I want to, consistency is how I buy in.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I got to keep hearing where you at.
Yeah.
I heard him on that. Then I heard, what single came out first? I heard Swimming Pools.
Yeah.
Okay. But I actually bought the album before I heard any other song.
Okay.
Before any other song, because I was listening to Section 80.
Yeah.
Now, I downloaded Section 80 when I was in high school, because I think it came out, 2011?
Yeah.
So I was still in high school 2011, I think. No, I wasn't in high school 2011. Was I? Yeah, I don't know. One of them years. No, I couldn't have been in high school. I graduated in 2011.
Okay.
So, I think it came out 2010. Did it come out 2010? Anyway, point is, it came out. I had it downloaded, and I listened to one song, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is fresh. But I only listened to one song, let it sit in my iTunes, just sitting in there.
Yeah.
Then I got into college. Because I got in college in 2011. So I got into college, and I was like, I started listening to a few more songs. I was like, it's kind of vibe. But then I bought Good Kid, Mad City, and I started listening to it. I was like, what? Yeah, what is this? Like, that's the only album, man. Like, just, it's not too, like, that's, I know, I can say flat out is a classic. You know what I'm saying? Because of the moment, because of everything that he's giving you, the concept behind it, being a conceptual album, being everything that he's giving you as far as the rapping, the flows, the melodies, the song, like just good songs. And that's what I say the good thing about Damn is. Damn, yo, that came out in April, and songs are still spinning off that.
True.
Loyalty is still spinning. That love song is still spinning because those are good. And I'm like listening to it like, this is like food. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a song that actually lasts. It's not just something for the moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not a quick, You know what I'm saying? Like, these are actual dope songs that last.
Yeah. Bruh, 2017 been going by slow, bruh. That was in April?
Mm-hmm.
Dang, bruh.
What you think? I mean, why you say going by slow?
I just feel like stuff has happened this year that felt like it was like a year ago or like a long time ago, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just like that. I mean, I forgot Big Sean album came out earlier this year. Joey Badass album came out. Like,
man, that Joey Badass came and went.
That Jay-Z.
That's sad.
Yeah, he only had one single.
That is sad.
Yeah.
Because Joey be out here spitting.
Yeah.
Like, he be getting in people's ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the Jay-Z came out. Yo, I'm at Jay-Z's concert this week.
This week?
Yeah.
For real?
In Charlotte. And you know what's crazy too about that one? I don't know, it's kind of weird. And I don't know if it's because of the ticket prices for a whole concert, but they were talking about how it's not really selling like that. But then they were showing some stats where it is selling, but that's because they had to come down on prices. So I don't know if people, I wouldn't say people are overhove or if he's falling off. You know who it seems like they fell off this year?
Who?
Is Drake.
Wow.
Think about it, like, I don't know. I know
you saying More Life was dope.
More Life was dope. More Life to me was better. More Life to me was better than Views.
Yeah.
And I love, like, he had songs on there that were bumping, like Blim, Passion Fruit, Galachester, Portland. He had these songs that were bumping. But it's just like, it's funny how those songs really, like, they came and went. I don't know if people are over. You know, sometimes you have to wonder as an artist, when do you get to a point that people have had enough.
Yeah.
Or people not only had enough, but you've set the bar so high that anything that you do, we're like, okay, what's is that all you got?
Right.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
It's like Jordan could dunk from the free throw line, but we're looking like, okay. Or it's like in our generation, LeBron could go out there and have a triple double, and we're like, oh, okay. Real talk, like, well, okay, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? But yo, that's a triple double. Like, my man just went out there and dropped 50, got this, got that, and we're like, oh, okay, nice.
Yeah.
I think
we're desensitized.
Like, is that desensitized
to the greatness of those moments? Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like with Drake, I don't even know what people want. What kind of music people want from Drake anymore? Because
I don't know.
Meek Mill kind of ruined the whole lyricist thing. Like, so I would say I want him to just come out spitting, but I think we might have talked about this before. I don't feel like the songs that he had writers on were the lyrical joints. I feel like he had writers on the swaggy joints or like the.
That's why I laugh when people talk about his lyrical ability.
Yeah.
I'm like, if you really look at it, the credits and look at things.
Yeah.
First off, Drake has been in the game too long right now.
Yeah.
If you go back mixtape, comeback season. Let's start with comeback season.
Yeah.
No, let's start with Room for Improvement, his
Yeah.
first album, and then look at So Far Gone. Like he's rapping on those joints.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you telling me these writers stayed in for 10 years now?
Yeah. And he wrote for other people too. So I mean,
Exactly.
not only for he probably wrote for Wayne, but I mean even Alicia
He did write
Keys
for
and
Wayne.
you know what I mean. He's got official credits with other people.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't act like he's just not writing. It's exactly what people wanted to be able to use against Drake when Meek Mill put that all out there. Because people already like that with Drake anyway. You remember when he was at Hot 97, he read his freestyle off his phone, right?
BlackBerry.
Method Man did the same thing a few months ago, and nobody said anything. But why? Because it's Method Man. It's okay.
It's Method. Well, it's first off, it's Method Man, and nobody's testing Method Man.
Yeah.
Nobody's coming for Method Man's name.
Yeah.
Like, you know where he's okay, you know, I mean, a lot of people read off their phone. I've seen a lot of people read off their phone. I mean, look, man, it like you
it's
said,
different when Drake does it though.
I think people are gonna come for him just for the jokes.
Yeah.
I think it's just for you know, he's like that person in class that you know is smart, but you gonna crack on them for being on class in time early. You know, you gonna crack on them for getting the A. But at the end of the day, you cool with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you still rock with them, but you just gotta get the jokes off.
Right.
You gonna crack on them for, oh, are you skipping a party night to go start your lane? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, trying to be smart. You know what I'm saying? Which is kind of stupid because we should all want to be like, you know, we should all want to be smart too. But it was like, oh, we gonna crack jokes on. Like, so we should all, you know what I'm saying, want to be precise in what we do. So if we can't memorize something and we just got something fresh on our phone, go ahead, read that joint. You on a radio, and you know what I'm saying, interview. They want you to spit some bars. Okay, I'm gonna spit something. If I'm gonna give you some dopeness, why mess around and try to freestyle something? If I'm not a freestyler, like if I have something greater on my phone that I'm probably not gonna use, it's gonna be a throwaway. I'm about to use my phone.
Yeah.
And two, some people gonna see it on video now, but majority is audio. Back then when he was doing a majority of that, so you're on a radio station.
Yeah.
People don't probably won't even know you're on your phone.
Yeah.
So
that was too funny, man.
yeah, I mean, and we are becoming desensitized though. I mean, to so much. Like, I guess that's the tricky thing that I was trying to figure out though. When do you realize that people are getting tired of you, or
yeah, it's probably hard to know when you're somebody that big, because you know you always gotta be thinking ahead almost, and that's why the artists that we talked about that do something different each project are probably the best off, because you can't really get tired of something that they only do once.
You
and
can't
move on.
expect.
Yeah, Andre 3000 is like that.
Oh my God.
Kanye's like that.
Yeah.
A few other people like that. But those are like the real creatives like that do that. Sure, even Lauryn Hill don't really give you what you know what I mean?
Wait a minute.
I mean, you can say, because if you look at,
What is Lauryn Hill giving us?
I'm saying, so look at the Fugees, and then look at her solo, and then
Look at what else.
and then look at her Unplugged album.
Oh my! No, you're not about to do that. Are you want to know? Are you really about to count the unplugged?
I'm trying to.
Oh my gosh, no!
I'm
Hey,
trying
look,
to
man,
extend her
Miss Lauryn
catalog.
Hill, I love you too, but no, I'm not counting your unplugged. You've given us Fugees and you've given us Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
You think she'll ever come back out?
Hell no.
She's still on tour. She was on tour.
Yeah, she
now.
on tour. That's
Well,
it.
that's because she got to pay the bills, though.
Yeah,
She
that's
probably wouldn't
it.
do that if she didn't have
That's
to.
it, yo. I don't know. I'm a recluse too,
Mhm.
and I like to be in my own space. But at the same time, I'm a creative, and I have to put art out. I just have to create. So I don't even know what that's like to be where I'm just gonna not doing it anymore.
Yeah.
Nope. That's it. That's all you're getting. But I will say that shows you the greatness of Lauryn Hill, that she can put out that project and tour 20 years later. That project.
Oh, wow, yeah. I never thought about it like that.
That's it. That's it. That project. Oh, and a little bit of Fugees, but we don't really care about that.
Yeah.
And when I say we don't really care about that, your pop, you know what I'm saying? They know like Miseducation. We know a few songs off the Fugees. That I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, from a broad audience.
Yeah.
In hip hop fans, you're gonna know some of the other things, but like a broad audience, you know just like one or two songs
Right,
that she's on with them. The rest you know is off Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
True.
And that's amazing to do that 20 years. She can do that for the rest of time.
Yeah.
That one album. How many artists can do that? I can't think of another artist that could do. Kendrick probably could have did it off Good Kid, Mad City.
Yeah. I can see that. You know what jump was hot? Off of Good Kid, Mad City? I'll switch it up, but I just thought about the Don't Kill My Vibe remix with Jay-Z.
Yo, that was fire.
They was spitting on that joint.
They was who had the better verse?
Kendrick had a better verse.
Really?
Especially that last verse, yeah.
The last one?
Yeah, Kendrick ate that joint, bro. But Jay went in too. Like Jay
went in.
in terms of like his late career versus that and his joints with Drake, he'd be still killing them.
Dre.
Like I like this joint on Pound Cake. I like this joint on Light Up.
I think those are the only two. Yeah. They had they had one more song on his Blueprint 3 album.
Yeah,
That was corny.
Yeah.
Jay, that was corny. Off that, and when it off that was corny. But I like Pound Cake. A lot of people really don't like Pound Cake, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I like Pound Cake. I like the vibes on that one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And did you hear the story behind that one?
Nah.
They went Jungle Studios, like it's Swiss Beat Studios in New York.
Yeah.
And Drake was in there recording his album, Nothing Was the Same. And then he popped in there, heard Jay was working on his album too. And so he asked Jay, could he get that verse? He heard that verse that he was doing. It was on another song.
Oh.
And so he asked him, could he get that? You just gonna ask Jay, could I let me get that verse, yo?
Yeah.
And he gave it to him and put on that Pound Cake.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's how it happened.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I've been reading about it, hearing him talk about it. That one, I think, you know what's crazy about Light Up, yo?
Yeah.
Everything he said in that song happened.
Yeah.
Everything he said that song happened.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm trying to think of the line now, but he was telling him about the beef. Don't get involved in it. He was telling him about different things. Don't get involved in.
Yeah.
And what Drake do? Get involved in. And Drake said that on the song too. He said, I didn't listen to Hove on that Light Up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he was telling them, but these are distractions, just to get at you. You know what I'm saying? That's what he said though. But yeah,
Just to get at you.
yeah, these are distractions.
Did Meek Mill get in trouble for something recently? I thought I've been reading something about him.
You live under a rock, so let me update you.
Okay.
You know what? This is gonna be a new segment, updating Rome on life. Yeah, he just got sentenced to 2 to 4 years in jail.
What? For what? What
Okay, all right. And this is why I had posted on Instagram earlier this week. All right, so he's been violent. He had some violations of parole, right? Now, it is kind of, am I one to judge the years? 2 to 4 years, kind of wild. But this is what I would say, though. It gets kind of tricky because this is going to be the unpopular opinion or whatnot. But it gets tricky because when you've given someone so many, like, when you put them on probation so many times, you're giving them chances rather than locking them up. It comes to a point where, okay, you tie my hands up. We're working with you, but you keep by now. So what happened? 2 things happened this year. He got in an altercation with somebody at an airport. That was counted as a misdemeanor, put out. Then he was doing reckless driving up in New York, on popping wheelies and whatnot. Popping wheelies, violating the speed limit up in New York. Wild thing about it was somebody posted on IG. So the police see it. And let's make this clear. I'm making this clear. I'm saying this in the camera, making this clear. All that stuff, you little boy, you little people, I say little people because you're not thinking bigger and out the frame. You posting on IG, you posting on Twitter, you posting on social media with your guns, your drugs, doing all wild stuff. Hey, think that's stupid. That's wild. Yo, you bugging if you're not thinking that they don't have police watching. They have social media police. They're watching these accounts. They're watching these different things. So think, come on. Remember, people are always watching it. So you think you in the moment, oh, I'm going to post me smoking a little weed or whatnot. Okay, that's cool. Not only the police watching you, if you unless you're your own boss, but jobs are watching you too, people are watching you out there. So think. If you're not doing something legal, why are you posting it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's wild. That's ooh, man. So, but yeah, someone posted that right there. So they were like, yeah, we seen you. We seen you on the gram. You know what I'm saying? So that was that violated parole right there. So he's.
Do you think he does stuff on purpose?
What you mean?
Like, there's a thing with it's a thing in the industry where they talk about, because album sales and success goes up when somebody does time and comes back out.
No, I'm not even gonna go that route. I don't think he does that.
Okay.
No, because he's done things to try to clean his image too.
Yeah.
Hell no. Trying to go to jail just to get your album popping is whack as hell. And if you're doing that, you need to go to jail. But I don't think he's doing that.
Okay.
I think he just had a bad circle around. I think his judgment was off. Yo, you failed drug test.
Yeah.
That's why he kept putting him on probation.
Yeah.
You kept failing drug tests. Even this year, he talked about him being on drugs. He was wilding on Instagram and whatnot.
Wow.
You failing drug, like when you do that, when you in probation, you gotta stay out. Just stay out the clear.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking like, yo, and one may say, how hard is it to stay out of trouble? Yo, when you come from a certain environment, when you have certain people around you, it can be pretty hard. It can be pretty hard not to pop a couple pills. It can be pretty hard not to smoke a little something.
Yeah.
It can be pretty hard not to go here and do this and move like that. But if that's all you know.
Yeah.
When you get to a certain level, that's part of being great. That's part of elevating your status. Is get around people that think a little different. Mm-hmm. You're around Rick Ross. You're around Hove. You're around these different. You're around multi-millionaire. Now I'm putting the price tag there, because when you have a different price tag on you, your value's a little different. You know what I'm saying? As far as your value. If I go out and get this Benz or this $80,000 car, I don't expect for it to break down in 2 years. If I go down and get a $2,000 car, okay, that shit's gonna be falling off as soon as I drive off. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I expect your price tag is a little different when you start to get into a different tax bracket. Okay. Why is that? Because you have more on the line. And the reason you have more on the line is because typically in those chances you've employed people. You have different operations going on. So when I say you have more on the line, it's not because you have more assets, which you do have more assets. It's because you're probably in the place where you've employed people. To get to that level, people are working to push you or push whatever you're moving around. Yeah. So now think about that. Think about when you get in trouble, think about the people that you now hurt their jobs for, because you going to jail. Damn. And this isn't directly like saying, this ain't saying like to me, but these are people in any situation that you may get into. Think about the people around you that are helping you in that situation. And think about when you screw up, where that puts them. Yeah. So, with that being said, I mean, we have to stop thinking selfishly about our own good times. And is it really a good time? What's a good time? What's a good time? Is it beneficial to the moment in and the moment after? Think about the consequences of now and think about the consequences of later. Are we just going to live and laugh now, or are we going to think about later? I'd rather laugh later. I'd rather live. I'd rather enjoy this moment, laugh now too, but I'd rather look back and say, okay, I didn't do anything stupid. And what's stupid? Okay, then what's stupid? Stupid is not beneficial towards your well-being. Yeah. Well-being just isn't health. Well-being is your money. Well-being is your mental state. Well-being is the people around you. That's what it all is, man. I had to get on a tangent, but you know what I'm saying? Like, real. I mean, we get caught like we just do whatever is in the hype in a moment. Yeah. We get so excited to post it on Instagram. We get so excited to just do something because that's the trend, rather than thinking things out thoroughly. So, that's what happened. Damn. So, it's kind of wild too because, man, it's wild, yo. Because I'm not one to judge how many years one should go to jail because jail is wild. Yeah. But 2 to 4 years is, it's a lot for violating parole. It's a lot, but when one is kept putting you on parole,
Yeah.
and you violate it over time and time, I think. And the other thing too is, it's known your judge isn't favorable. The judge really don't rock with you like that. So if you know the judge doesn't rock with you like that,
You need to be on.
I'm staying my ass in the house.
How long was he on probation for?
Man, this dude could have got off in 2013.
Dang.
Yeah.
Dang.
So that's that.
That's that. Do you feel like with hip hop, do you prefer rappers when they have a street kind of edge to them, or do you like this whole college educated, college dropout kind of rapper that's kind of getting on now? The J. Cole's and the Big Sean's versus the Meek Mills and the Jay-Z's and the.
But it takes both, right?
Uh-huh.
It takes. I don't. So when you say street edge, I feel like it takes both. Like, not everybody went to college. Not everybody's doing this. Not everybody's graduating from school. Not everybody was in the street hustling. We're all different humans, all different walks of life. What I love is sincerity. Okay. I love originality. I love people that keep it 100 to who they are in their story, but they're looking to improve their life. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there was a point where the Locks and Jadakiss were talking about how they were selling drugs and telling how they were beating people up. Now listen to them, you know what I'm saying? They not still rapping like that. They're still giving you bars, but they not gonna rap like that. There was a point where Hov was talking about, you know, how he was shooting people, you know what I'm saying? How he was moving drugs. But I mean, it's still not giving like that. And then there are people that rap like Chance. Mm-hmm. You know, quote a couple of scriptures. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There are people like Cole that went to college, you know? There are people like Super Duper Kyle. That is just, hey, I rock with Super. You know what I like Super Duper Kyle though? What? Because he's like a breath of fresh air. He's like, he can rap, but more importantly, he represents another lane. Uh-huh. And I think that's what we have to show. Stop clowning people because they're not, you know, I think that's one thing we talk about, like the whole Drake thing, is vulnerability. Mm-hmm. People want to clown him because he's vulnerable and he shows his feelings. But look, why are we clowning that? Yeah. We should be proud of that. We should be proud of somebody being able to step out the box. That's why we don't talk about mental health in the black community. Yeah. It's because you tripping, you crazy, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They just crazy. Always talking. But really, though, bro could really be going through something. But we not stepping up to the plate and really addressing it because, I don't know, it's an insecurity. Yeah. Right? We feel weak. Yeah. So I like people that want to step out in a different lane because you represent somebody. You may not represent me, but you represent somebody out there. Mm-hmm. You know, so now we talk about the street edge. I may live through it vicariously through you now. I can understand that. You may be giving me gems on how you move the street, on how I could probably move in business. Yeah. On how you did some things. Yeah. You know, so I think there's a genuine taste to it rather than when you're just glorifying it. I think there's a difference from, I think when you're underlining telling the story rather than just glorify it. Yeah. When you're giving me history, when you're being a street reporter, like a street reporter to me was Nas. Uh-huh. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He may not did all that, but he was giving you the news from the streets. Mm-hmm. A street reporter to me is like a street reporter to me is like Pac. Mm-hmm. Pac may not have been in there, but he's telling you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like Pac was giving you all that, right?
He was.
So
all angles.
And you have to be able to, because we're all different humans. Yeah. I think that's what makes hip hop the best. Mm-hmm. Because we're giving you different angles. Name me another genre that can give you that. Real. Come on.
I can't think of any.
Yeah.
A lot of it is just one thing or one look, one angle.
One look, one angle.
Yeah. So hip hop, it's like whoever you are, bring that and do that, and you be.
That's how I look at it.
You create your own lane sometimes too, like you said. Because even if you think about it, I know it was a thing back in the day. Everybody felt like they had to be a gangster rapper or whatever because that's what was popping. But then you had your outliers. You know, you had like Outkast, or you had Kanye. Really shook it up though when he came out with the polos and the backpacks and the stuff like that. I mean, before, if you go back further enough, I mean, you had like Tribe Called Quest, and you had like Far Side and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but I'm talking about like early 2000s. Everybody was baggy white tees and gun bars. And, you know, battle rap was huge at the time.
It was major,
Yeah, so Kanye come out talking about some pink polos in college and stuff. It was different. But you know what? Maybe it wasn't that different too, because you think about College Dropout. He was working with Talib Kweli, Mos Def, Common. Those people were out at that same time. They were just underground, so it was still going on.
He brought them above the ground.
He brought them above
in
the
a
ground.
sense, yeah.
And Common got back popping because he had fallen off, and then he came out with B.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, and Find It Forever.
He really did kind of like fall off for a moment, because people don't know Common was in 95, 96.
Yeah, he was
right
early.
there.
He's been out for a while.
Common been out. Yo, he got. I don't know, man. I gotta look and see how old this man is. He can't be the age that he can't be like early 40s.
He close to Jay probably in age.
No, man. This guy has to be 60. No, I'm joking. He looks good though. He's one of those people that he's one of those people that look good for like that. Like,
take care of himself.
Yeah. That's what goes back to as far as talking about like thinking about the future. Yeah. Do you want to be looking crazy and yo, I love Jodeci. But look at them now. Look at Casey.
They look rough.
Oh my gosh. Yo, do I need to show you some pictures?
I gotta check them out.
Yo, man.
It's crazy to see people go through the changes, like, because even like Erykah Badu looks so different than when she first came out. I feel like she on this whole crazy thing now. Like, she always been out there, but I feel like she way out there now.
do dwell into that a little deeper,
bruh. Like, I don't know. I was just watching one of her recent interviews, and she had like the tuning fork in her nose and stuff. I was like, bruh. I get what she was trying. Yeah, I get what she was trying to say. It was just, I was just, oh man.
Yeah.
She was trying to say that, you know, having the tuning fork when she spoke, it was basically
the vibrations.
Yeah, changing the vibrations to be properly distributed or whatever.
Man, Erykah Badu was my aunt, my spiritual aunt. So I'm not going to speak upon anything that may go against the grain. But now I will say, I think she's always been like kind of in tune with the Mother Nature side of life. Mm-hmm. And so with that, I think she evolves into, I think that Erykah Badu is so special, yo, because when she did you see her video when she did the 40D challenge? Yo, yeah. This is legit about to be a segment on the show, updating Rome on society. But no, like, I think she's so cool because she can step out and be human, far as like being silly and goofy, but at the same time being in tune with like Mother Nature, being in tune with spiritual self. And I think that's the essence of life. Like, it's crazy. Like, if you put yourself as a pastor, you can't listen to rap. Quotations, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't listen to that. You have to hold on. But if you do that, you can't listen to rap. You can't do certain things, you know what I'm saying? Because you're supposed to have this holy look. But the essence of life isn't, it's more of being able to challenge yourself to be better well-being wise. But I mean, we have several different lanes of us as a human. You know what I'm saying? We have a sexual side, you know, we have this side, we have that side, we got a ratchet side, you know what I'm saying? Like, we have these different elements. So with that being said, I think we have to learn how to not let that take over, and we have to know how to like self-control. But I think being able to dive into something as far as like your human side, just for like jokes or whatnot, and be able to show your sense of humor is always like cool. You know?
Okay. Well, I didn't know that Erykah Badu was your spiritual aunt, so I did not mean to.
That's my spiritual aunt. Yeah, watch your mouth.
I didn't want to say anything crazy about family.
Watch your mouth.
I got you, bro. Baduism is a classic.
Erykah
Badu is dope.
Yeah. Jill Scott and Erykah Badu. That's always a classic. Like,
I gotta take Erykah Badu over Jill Scott.
Why?
Just because the style of music Erykah Badu put out is just, I feel it more. I'm more in tune with it. Like, if you go back to, you know, Bag Lady and all that stuff that she was putting out back then, and even more recently, like Honey and stuff like that. Even joints she did with Common for the Brown Sugar movie. Like, those joints resonate with me on a way that Jill Scott's music doesn't necessarily do the same, but I respect Jill Scott tremendously. I just feel like it's just, And just got actually, she seems. I was talking to her in interviews. She's she's in tune with like the whole hip hop scene and like the Philly scene and all that. So not to say that it's not that, but I'm saying I get more. I guess it resonates more from Erykah Badu's music in terms of that that aspect of it.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense right there. And yeah, they both lay there, but I don't know why people compare those two so heavy. But those are both like. Those are like classics right there. It's something about the essence of their music. It's something about the originality to it.
Yeah.
You know, I think there's an artist when you can create an original sound.
Yeah.
Like D'Angelo creating that original sound with the acoustics of the instrumentations and be able to bring that into a home. It's like baked. You know what I'm saying? Like some artists give you something that's microwaved food and you eat it because it's there. But then some artists give you something out the stove that you like, this is homemade. Yeah. And it's like it's something about that homemade cooking that you always go back to rather than I don't think I'm good on the fast food.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's what we're caught up in the time now with so much fast food.
Yeah. You know what I like? Because somebody now who I like who recently came back out with a song that's pretty popular right now is Jasmine Sullivan.
Yeah, she got this song called Insecure.
Yeah.
That's fire.
She don't make microwave music. And for a while I felt like it's almost like she came out in the wrong time period or something because people weren't respecting what she did. But like I'm glad that she's back popping with that, and she's dope. So shout out to Jasmine Sullivan. And how you feel about? Because I feel like there's a couple people like that. Like Melanie Fiona is somebody who's real talented too, but she seemed like she didn't really stick either.
Well, you got several different angles though. I don't know the person's situation. You know, I always say these people fall off, but I don't know their situations.
Yeah, that's true.
It's hard to say. It's hard to really know. It's hard to really say they falling off because when you're tied into a label. Now, if you're independent. Like Keisha Cole right now is independent, and she just came out with an album. She's trying to push her thing, so I can't say she's falling off. She may not have those big records like she once had, but I can't say she's falling out because she's independent and she's doing this solo on her own, and she's pushing this to her best ability that she can. Yeah, she's active. Okay, people that aren't active, it's hard to really say because when you tie in with these labels, label may not be giving you that energy. Yeah, a studio session costs, producers cost, engineers cost. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Videos cost. Now, either you're going to take that money and invest in yourself, which it could be $50, $60, a couple $100,000, or the label going to pay for it. Label may not say, we're not really trying to push that right now. We got somebody else that we're trying to push. And that's the other frustration behind it, too. Because, and look, people say that's unfair. Business-wise, I get it. Sometimes I do get it. Like, if I know Rome is popping right now, and Lee, we really like you, but, we got a project we want to do it wrong. We trying to push out by the first quarter. Me, I'm like, I want to put something out now. You're going to have to hold on. You're going to have to wait to the third quarter because we got Rome, then we got Lauren, you know what I'm saying? Then we got Superman, you know what I'm saying? I'm just giving out, throwing out names. We got these people right here that we trying to put out the first quarter, the second quarter, and third quarter. We got you next quarter, for next 2018 fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm like, dang, you know what I'm saying? But I can't put nothing out because I signed contracts. That's, I'm under a label. Yeah. They have to, you know what I'm saying? They have to sign off that you can put this out. So now I'm sitting back, okay, I got to see these other people shine. You know what I'm saying? That's situation that people get involved into because labels see where the fire is, where the momentum is. Now, as an artist, that's when you have to think outside the box. And not only think outside the box, you have to know terms. You have to know the power of words and or. You know, so I think you talked about this before, but I don't know who else talking about, knowing the difference between words. If they say you can't put out published music, original music, hey, you can't put it out. That doesn't stop me from maybe going on Instagram, maybe going on Facebook, just keeping my name alive, singing some old tunes, or maybe just freestyling. That's not published original music. I could do somebody else's beat. That doesn't make me keep being hot. You know what I'm saying? I think there's different ways you have to think about how to really build that, keep that momentum alive of who you are. Now, I'm not saying that's the case for her, but I'm just saying sometimes you never really know when an artist is falling off because the label can say, well, hey, we can do this for you. We can line up a tour for you. Yeah. Then that may be what your avenue is, but that's real cases that people go through that they say they'll focus, labels are, hey, we got to focus on this artist right now. We got you next year quarter. And that's where the budget, that's where your money is. Now, that's them saying, some cases that's them saying we're investing in that. What you want to do, that's your own cost. Yeah. So now you got to think business wise and say either you're gonna be a hustler and say, yo, I'm about to really take a risk. Big Crit said he went broke on this album.
On Forever My Long Time?
Yeah, he said he went broke on this album. know what I'm saying? Getting off Def Jam. So either you gonna put that, French Montana spent, you know that song he just had this past year?
Yeah.
Unforgettable?
Yeah.
Bruh, spent $300
For that song?
for that song.
Wow.
For that song.
Wow.
So either you're going to take that risk as a business person, or you're going to say, I'm not stepping out of my comfort zone, and I'm just going to wait for the label.
Yeah.
Then what does that do for you?
Dang.
In the long run?
I need to go buy a Big Chris album.
Yeah, I did, man. What?
Go buy it.
It's some people album I just have to buy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
True.
What's up?
Bro, you just dropped a lot of gems, man.
Did I?
Needs to be a segment, artistic development with Poetic Lee.
I mean, it's just
I feel like you should be in a different time period. You would be like a record label owner.
I mean, that's what. But see, that's how I really wanted to be though.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to
like Top Dog.
Yeah, like kind of a sense, yeah. But I'm at the same time kind of artist myself.
Yeah.
So I feel like in another life, because you got a long. You know what I realized about life? You got a long life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's so many different things I think we want to do sometimes, rather than doing 5-year plans, 10-year plans, 20-year plans, 3-year plans. Say I'm gonna do this in this time period. That's why I always ask, what do you want to get out of whatever you get into? Because there has to be something that you want to get out of it. Make something that you want to get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Make it, and then that way, you have a goal. You have a purpose now. You're not just waking up to, all right, this is what I'm gonna do. But you have a purpose because you know you got to get this done because you're on a time limit. It's not saying you hold yourself to that time limit all the time, but at least it pushes you because you know there's something greater after that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, boom.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Had a lot of things to talk about here.
Yes, sir.
I didn't even know we were going to talk about all this good stuff.
Yeah, I'm going to go back and watch this episode just to recatch these gems. Take
Yes.
notes.
And follow on Instagram, Poetically. We're going to get the Instagram popping. But you can subscribe on YouTube, definitely, or SoundCloud. And you can follow Rome.
Yes, sir, at Rome DeCarlo, ROMEDC. The rest will pop up.
Yeah, because that's where he be posting all his events. Man, Rome be on the move, yo.
Man,
What you got this weekend? You got anything to plug? Go ahead.
We got the Battle Royale with Poetically. It's going to be the Sacrificial Poet.
But that'll be over today.
Yeah.
That's
true.
today.
Facts. In the future, we got something bubbling up December 7th. Stay tuned. It's called the Menu Series. It's going to be interesting. It's like a musical feature / the person who's the feature has to make a dish for people. So
what?
It's going to be real interesting.
Is this part of Forum?
No, it's something else.
Okay.
So I'll keep you posted on that.
Right. What's Forum got next?
Well, the Forum is probably going to be back in January because in December we're having an event on December 29th. It's going to be my birthday. It's going to be 29 on the 29th. And it's going to be the Voyage. So we're going to have the next Voyage event.
Oh, the Voyage.
And it's going to be hip-hop. We're going to have hip-hop features and stuff like that. So we're putting some stuff together. Stay tuned. December 29th. It's coming soon. You know, this guy's probably going to be involved somehow. We're just going to make it happen.
Hey, that's what's up right there. That's fresh.
What about you? What you got?
Hey, make sure you check out the Poetic Sessions that I put on my Instagram page.
Yes, sir.
Also, Word Society, we got something coming up soon again. You know, honestly, man, I'm just working on creating right now.
Bro, can we have like a freestyle segment on here?
Yeah.
When you put that beat on there and like the way I'm sitting right now, and I was just watching the LA Leakers joint, it's like I want to see what that feel like. Get my levels right, you know what I'm saying? Turn the beat up.
Okay, what you got, Rome?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where the volume at? Where the volume at?
Hold on, I got you.
I'm stepping on the microphone. Every time I spit it, guarantee they leave the mic alone. Roam the collar going hard, I spit the bars for real. Every time I spit so hard, you see a star for real. I be shining bright like a diamond. Every time I be going, they singing like Phyllis Hyman. So check the game, though, coming in with that flame throw. Roam taller, steal your heart, yeah, like I'm Kano. I'm hot like a volcano. You know I spit that flame throw. That's all I got. Poetically, what you got when I spit it off the top? Guarantee we get it hot, yeah.
Hold on. hold on. Oh, man.
Bring it back.
Bring it back. Okay. So he threw it to me, so now I gotta live by my name poetically. So poetically, I'm about to drop bars on you like a Kit Kat, maybe a Reese's, but I'm coming right back like you never missed me, but you gon' miss me when I'm gone. Matter of fact, I'm on the phone with your chick, nah, your mom. Nah, I'm just playing. Here's some funny bars just to get along. Yeah, it's just like some cars. I mean, I'm Hot Wheels. I mean, I'm hot still, but you can't drop this. I mean, you gonna wanna cop this poetically. Poeticlee is how they know me, but my daddy named me Benny, cause I'm about these pennies. Not really, I'm about the dollars just to make them holler, make them wanna pop my collars. How I used to wanna live, now I'm about to get how I need to give, and that's these bars, and I'm out.
Bruh. This has to be a segment now. You
Hey,
know what we
this
should
is-
do?
hey, this is
We should get guests, even if they don't freestyle.
Word?
We
Okay.
should just have freestyle just to be fun.
Okay.
Just have fun with it.
okay. Yeah, so that it.
Yeah, that's it.
Cause even what we do is nice. We out.